There are a few things about buying a house on a well that you should know, and whether you are only just starting to think about moving out onto acreage, or maybe you're already under contract and going through your home inspection, or you might already own a house on a well, whatever it is, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you what to expect when it comes to a flow test and water quality test. We're going to talk about the signs of a good well and things that might be deal killers when it comes to buying a house on a well. I did make a handy dandy flyer to go with this video, so if you want to just skip watching and cut straight to the flyer, just send me an email. My email address is listed down below and I will get that sent over to you. Thank you for watching. My name is Leslie Simpson and I am a real estate agent here in the Coeur area. I make videos about life and real estate here in North Idaho, and sometimes it's videos about fun things to do or local events, maybe neighborhood tours, market updates, or educational videos like this one. If you like my videos, take a quick second to subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications. Also, I send out a monthly newsletter with market stats and different events going on in the area, and there is a link down below you can use to sign up for that. Last but not least, if you want to get started looking for homes, I have also linked down below my private home search website. That's down in the description if you want to get signed up. Before we talk about the well test, let's just briefly go over the basics of a well system. A well involves accessing groundwater through a drilled hole, then using a pump and a piping system to bring the water to the surface and distribute it to a building. Putting a well in involves drilling into an aquifer, installing casing, and using a pump and pressure tank to deliver water to the home. Here are a few definitions. Well, this is the drilled hole that accesses the groundwater. Well cap, a seal at the top of the well casing preventing debris and contaminants from entering. Well casing, a pipe installed in the well to prevent collapse and protect the water source. Well pump, either a submersible pump located inside the well or a jet pump, which is above the ground and that draws water from the well and pushes it up the casing. The pump works in conjunction with a pressure tank to ensure a consistent water supply to the house. Pressure switch, it regulates the pump, turning it on when pressure drops and off when it reaches the desired level. Pressure tank, stores and pressurizes water, ensuring a consistent water pressure and preventing the pump from cycling on and off too frequently. So you're buying a house on land and it has a well. What do you need to know about inspecting the well? You're going to hire a contractor or company to perform a well flow test at your own cost, and they are going to measure the output flow of your well pump. This will give you information about the well's productivity and performance. By doing this test, you are finding out whether the well can deliver adequate water supply reliably over time. The pump flow test also ensures that your pressure tank is in good working order with no issues at the time of inspection. The inspector will use a meter to record the gallons per minute and total gallons pumped over the test period. Results you do not want. A bad flow test result for a well is typically below 3 gallons per minute, or if the well runs dry during the 2 to 4 hour test. Other red flags during a flow test would be inconsistent flow, a significant drop in flow during the test, or the well failing to meet the minimum flow rate needed for household use, which is typically about 5 gallons per minute. Potential fixes. If you did not get the result you wanted with the flow test, there are a few things you can do to solve the problem. If the flow is lacking, adjustments can be made, such as drilling deeper or wider holes to increase yield. It's also possible that the pump is failing and needs to be repaired or replaced. The inspector is also going to take a water sample for water quality testing. This is an important step to make sure your water is safe for consumption. Obviously, contaminants, minerals, and bacteria can affect water quality. You can test for the basics such as coliform, bacteria, and nitrates, or you can go crazy and you can test for any and everything under the sun. It just depends on what's important to you and how much money you want to spend on that test. We do want to get the water quality sample going fast, as the lab turnaround time can take a few days or a week, and we always have a deadline with the inspection period. If the water quality test comes back with negative results, there are some solutions. For instance, if bacteria levels are high, then we can ask the seller to chlorinate the well, and then we will retest to make sure that killed the bacteria. If you live in a house with a well, it's a good idea to test your water quality periodically just to make sure nothing has changed over time. Some signs that you should get your well checked out include decreased water pressure, increased water usage, air in the water lines, short cycling of the pump, or water quality issues. Water quality tests start at $150 and just go up from there depending on how thorough you want to test. Flow tests cost $400 or more depending on whether you want a 2-hour flow test or the 4-hour flow test. Now you know the basics about a well, flow test, and water quality test. You have learned why it's important to have a well inspected when buying a house and what you can do if the results are not ideal. If you are thinking about buying a home on land, you can trust me to help keep you protected and educated throughout the process. Give me a call and let's talk about your next move.